Do you ever find yourself lost in the stories of your own mind? This happens to all of us most of the time, but when we're in that reactive state, we're more likely to say or do things that harm both ourselves and the other people in our environment. So today I wanted to give you some tools that you can use in the midst of conflict, but also as part of your daily practice to begin to cultivate a store of silence within yourself that you can draw upon whenever you need it. So if you'd like to join us, find yourself a comfortable seat and we'll begin. Before we start this practice, we want to make sure that we're truly in our bodies. So a helpful way of doing this is to feel the weight of the body. You feel the weight of the head as it drops down the spine. And you feel the weight of the hands as they rest on the legs. And you feel the weight of the lower body resting you into the ground. I want to see if we can drop into our bodies, into the lower half of our bodies. It's coming out of our minds. Using this gravitational anchor to anchor ourselves into the present. You can consciously transfer your weight down and through into the ground. Just feel yourself getting heavier and heavier. Now I'm going to say a brief word on posture. So, as the weight of the body rests into the ground, the thighs, the ankles, the sit bones, see if you could gently create a little bit of space between the vertebrae of your spine. You follow the natural curves of the spine right up to the tip of the spine behind the nose. We're looking for length. So we're looking for length in the lower spine and length at the back of the neck. And it's a gentle growth, no force, no strain, just soft sense of opening. We're just giving the breath a little bit more room by doing this. See if you can also open the dome of the skull and the roof of the mouth. There's a little bit more space inside of the head as the brain begins to soften. Now we're going to look for some extra width as well. So notice the width in between the knees and the hands and the hips. See if you can widen it. It's like an internal width. Rather than physically moving, you are softening yourself outwards. And the width in between the two sides of the rib cage. Would that be like to breathe into the sides of the body? Open, wide, soft. And then we're looking for width across the shoulders, from shoulder to shoulder. How wide can you be? Width from ear to ear. Inside of the head now, wide, open, soft. So the weight of the body brings us here. The height and the width allows you to feel out into your true proportions. You know, in times of conflict, we'll either collapse or we'll explode out of ourselves. But this is just helping you to redefine the natural boundaries of your body. And if you are in a collapsed state, if that's your pattern, this helps you to open back out into the fullness of your being, to your healthy, natural power. And because we're not bracing to fight, we're going to take a moment now to soften through the body. So begin at the crown of the head, and as I move down and through, just see if you can soften. So soften around the forehead, around the eyes, behind the eyes, around the ears, nose, cheeks, jaw, roof of the mouth, around the teeth and the tongue, the back of the skull. Can you soften down through the neck, the throat, out across the shoulders, soften, widen, let go. Down through the arms. How does it feel to soften the hands? And then down through the trunk of the body, the chest, through the lungs and the ribs and the back of the body, the lower belly, the lower back, all those organs. Can you soften just a little bit? Soften now down into the pelvis, around the hips, through the thighs, knees, lower legs and feet. So the body associates this softening with safety. And how does that feel for you today? So we have the weight of the body, we have the full dimensions of the body. Now the body is soft and open, and now we can attune to the breath. So begin to notice the natural rhythm of your breath. Again, there's no need to force it or change it. Just feel it. However it shows up today is fine. So these are all sensory anchors that you can use throughout your practice. And now we're going to look at the listening sense. And we're going to slowly work our way into this cultivation of silence. Bring your attention then to your ears. I'm going to start really close. Start by noticing the sounds closest to you. I wonder if you can hear your own breath. At this stage, you're very welcome to close your eyes if it helps you to enhance your hearing. So notice the sounds closest to you, the sounds in the room. Really see if you can train your attention onto those sounds, like you're combing through the room with your hearing, hoping to pick up every texture, every subtle noise. See, the simple trick is that when we're truly listening, we can't be thinking. We're just seeing if we can slow the mind down. And gently begin to extend the hearing now. Perhaps see if you can hear sounds that are outside of your room. Maybe through the rest of the house. And then go a little further. What noises can you hear outside of the home? Can you hear any natural sounds, any birds? If not, see if you can hear the birds around me in this forest in which I live. See if you can hear the wind. And if you find yourself drifting off, come back to the feeling of weight through the body. Come back to the felt sense of the dimensions of the body. See if you can soften. Notice your breath. And then when you feel a little bit more present, take your hearing back out. As wide as you can now. Right out to the far periphery. How would that feel for you? And as you reach further and further out with your hearing, know that there's a little cup of silence within you that's being filled drop by drop. And the more you practice this, the more the cup overflows, and soon you have a river and then an ocean of silence within yourself. Wide open hearing. train your attention on your hearing. Notice that as you truly listen, there's no room for thought inside the mind. Expand your hearing right out now as far as you can go. And the more you listen, the more this silence grows within you. And very slowly, we're just going to begin to draw the hearing back, just inch by inch. Move back through the land, slowly drawing it back into the building. Or the room that you might be in. We'll take a moment here to notice the sounds within the room, the closest sounds to you now. And then see if you can settle your hearing on the sound of the breath. It may be silent, but just see if you can hear it. And one last time, notice the rhythm of the breath. Notice the soft, open body with its length and width. And then come back to the feeling of weight, drawing you back into the present. Drawing you right back into your body, the safety of your body. And if your eyes are still closed, begin to open them now. Allow your breath to come deep and full. Perhaps there is a sigh. Take a moment to look around the room or the place in which you are, noticing the light and the colors and the objects. So this practice can be used in the midst of conflict as a way of moving out of those stories that just run on a loop. So when that happens to me, when I'm in conflict and my mind is looping, I take it to the hearing. What can I hear? What can I hear? What can I hear? And that stops me from compounding the problem. And it can also be used in a practice like this to build that store of silence within yourself. And that really acts as a buffer between you and the chaos and challenge of the world that we currently inhabit together. So I hope you found this helpful. Thanks for joining me today.